Another strategy of the field school was to think analytically, but also to think experientially and in a really embodied way. So our St. Louis field campus kept everybody moving.
I'm used to working in the field and with collaborators. And what was different here, I think it was the intensity. It's a mode of attention that never stops. It's truly experimental because it's a new way of being in the field.
We have a tendency to often think of the Anthropocene as something that's coming in the near future or is just arriving now. And learning about oil refineries in St. Louis really highlighted how, in a lot of ways, communities have been dealing with anthropocenics for a long time.
We struck up a conversation with one of the workers there who'd spent his entire career at the refinery. And after we had sort of gained his trust a little bit, he said, "Now, do you really want to see something interesting?" And he went to a wooden chest and pulled out a series of glass plate negatives that were produced when the factory was being built. If we're not asking those questions and getting those narratives and tracing that temporality, their lifespan in that place, their memories, their pride, then we're missing the essential characteristic of the Quotidian Anthropocene.
Safety is more of a mindset and a culture. It's being switched on mentally. So you're always applying your thoughts and your knowledge to what's the safest way we know how to do something.
We went and heard the official Department of Energy contracted narrative delivered at the Interpretive Center at Weldon Springs. And so we both learned about the cleanup work, their mode of stewarding the nuclear waste that will be stored there forever, and the idea that the Interpretive Center is a way to steward the waste. Raised many questions in the group about the adequacy of that story, what more needed to be said to really attend to nuclear waste at the timescales that are implied. But knowing that those local narratives are as constitutive of the landscape as the nuclear material itself.